Hello. That ought to help. Well, you know what it is I'm so paranoid that I don't just have like the headphone thing plugged into my headphone jack with the ends cut off. I actually disconnect everything when I'm not doing this. And this time I started speaking without even having my microphone on the desk, let alone having it hooked up. I did have the camera hooked up, so it lets y'all see what an idiot that I am. So listen, I've been watching Lionel Nation a lot lately, and man, what a great guy. He's very insightful, and he's doing this thing that I really dig, this spontaneous live stream. And of course, whereas he gets 500-600 people watching him, I'll be lucky if I get 5 or 6. And what I mean by lucky is everyone will be lucky to have a meeting of the minds and to kind of see what everyone's thinking. In this case, maybe what I'm thinking. Johnny Depp's an asshole. Okay, there you go. Snoop Dogg is an asshole. Yeah. What's his name? The taxi driver guy. You know, you talking to me? He's an asshole. These people. Look, I couldn't even say Barack Obama's a moron. I couldn't even say that. Or I was a racist. You know, I was not only a racist, I wasn't respecting the office of the president. You dig it? And now it's gone beyond this. You can't, it's hard to quantify the problem. So good to see you, Uper. By the way, you saved the show. I don't know. There's no telling how long I would have been talking without any sound whatsoever. And I'm going to gather my thoughts here for a second. I'm going to roll one, and I'm going to share what it is, what right now is my favorite new song. And then I'm going to editorialize a little bit about Lionel Nation, President Trump, Johnny Depp. And maybe we can come to a meeting of the minds. It's flooded here. I'll tell you all about it after this too. So let me see if I've got this down pretty good now. If I can just switch this over and enjoy. It's all about the fake news.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with the fake news. Fake news. I think it's a disgrace, the absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care. Well, first of all, one of the reasons I'm here today is to tell you the whole Russian thing, that's a ruse. It's a ruse. I own nothing in Russia. I don't have any deals in Russia. Russia is fake news. I can see many, many untruthful things. The press has become so dishonest. The public doesn't believe you people anymore. You have a lower approval rate than Congress. You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with the fake news. Fake news. I think it's a disgrace, the absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care. I'll tell you something, I don't mind bad stories. I can handle a bad story better than anybody as long as it's true. But I'm not okay when it is fake. It's all fake news. I mean, it's story after story after story. We're not going to let it happen again. The public gets it. When I go to rallies, they want to throw their record to CNN. Here's the thing. I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. It's so important to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. I want to see an honest press. But our nation's reporters will not tell you the truth. So we'll go over just some of them. MSNBC, you are fake news. The New York Times, you are fake news. CBS, NBC, ABC, BBC, LA Times, you are fake news. The Washington Post, you are fake news. CNN, very fake news. Politico, AP, HuffPo, BuzzFeed, failing pile of garbage. And I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news. Fake news. I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair. Some of the media outlets that I deal with the fake news. Fake news. I think it's a disgrace, the absolute disgrace, but I don't think they care.
Yeah, and that was my little musical interlude. Things have changed with the music that I used to do. Oh, let me turn that off. It's hard to be producer and whatever else that I may be here. So here you go. Johnny Depp. Are you shitting me? Are you kidding me, Johnny Depp? You're there to promote a drive-in theater, mate. Okay, listen, I don't want to get into a Johnny Depp bashing session here, okay? I like Johnny Depp. I like his work, especially Secret Window, Secret Garden, man. What a excellent job. When you can act with John Turturro and pull it off, you're good, because John Turturro is, man, he's got to be in the top 5 actors of the last century. So I'm not against his body of work, but here you have a person that has pissed away their fortune, who now doesn't work because they love to, as actors in this stage of life should be doing. They shouldn't be acting because they have to at 54 years old. They should be acting because they want to. Oh, Mr. Depp, what? They'd taken dogs to, do y'all remember that when they took their dogs down there to Oz, to Australia? And they didn't want to check the dogs. The dog's supposed to be quarantined for 10 days, shooting the last Pirates of the Caribbean. So his old lady didn't want to quarantine the dogs, so they snuck the dogs in on a private jet, and they told them to bugger off. That's a paraphrase, but bugger off was used. Their minister of imports and exports, whatever she was, she's like, they need to take their dogs and bugger off. Because if we make exceptions for these people, who else will we need to make exceptions for? So Johnny Depp, promoting what I'm sure is a wonderful drive-in movie theater, decided that it would be a good idea to remind us that an actor did at one time kill a United States president. For those of you that don't know or are not following this situation, the actor was John Wilkes Booth, and the president was the one and the only Abraham Lincoln. And whereas I have my own opinions about Abraham Lincoln, he did not get into the world, the Civil War to free slaves. He actually said many times, I would never get into an entanglement among the states over slavery, blah, 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 blah. He was a very excellent speechwriter. He was a pretty good strategist. And he understood that that was the wave to ride. So let me not get off on how I may or may not feel about President Lincoln. But here's Johnny Depp. Oh, look. When's the last time an actor assassinated a president? Listen, folks. I'm at the point now where I have to say, if you joke about assassinating the president of the United States of America, you are not only a piece of filth, you need to be arrested by the Secret Service and interrogated for 4 days in a little room. This has to end. There comes a point where it's going to have to come to arresting one of these people. You know, and the whole, oh, what was her name? I didn't even know, or you know, it's the red-haired woman. Somebody will tell me here. Kathy Griffin. I get confused with Kathy Lee Griffin. In fact, when the Britisher was asking me about this one, I was like, oh, Kathy Lee Griffin. She used to have a show with, you know, whatever that was, Regis Feldman. And I mean, come on. There comes a point where, and of course, everyone can disagree. Freedom of speech. So Mad Dodge, who is this finer point? Whoever may disagree, what if I say, I got to be very careful with what I say, you see here, because there's a difference between freedom of speech and saying, oh, I think that the finer point should be assassinated. Or when is the last time someone assassinated the finer point? Excuse me, the finer print. Or anyone. You don't go around saying that shit. This is screaming fire in a crowded theater, folks. And I'm not here to persuade anybody to think the way I am. So I'm going to just stop doing that right now, because you can feel how you want to feel about this. Anyone can feel how they want to feel about this. Yeah, Regis Philbin. Thank you, Matt Barkley. It's not my place to tell you how to feel. It's not my place to define what is and what is not free speech. I will say that the idea of hate speech is insane, but you still can't run into a crowded cathedral and shout fire. You still can't scream rape, rape, rape in a dark alley in New York City. Those things will get you charged with a crime. You can't incite a riot. You can't have a call to action. And when someone as popular as Johnny Depp is talking about when is the last time an actor assassinated a president, that's call to action, folks. That's calling out to his millions of fans. Look at, I mean, can't we just look at this nutcase that was out there shooting Republican House members? That's okay? Where do you think he got that idea? You think it might have been this? Where did this Antifa thing come from? I never heard of Antifa until President Trump was inaugurated and all this, now you got Antifa. Anti-fascists? Are you shitting me? These people are the biggest Nazi fascist lunatics that I have ever laid my eyes on. I can't even imagine how it would fly. Not even a little bit. There's no way that it would fly if any right-wing person or Republican person, let's just say libertarian, Tea Partier, anybody like that, anarcho-capitalist like your ever-loving blue-eyed ogre. If I was to make jokes like this, and I want to make a qualifier to this, the Shakespeare in the Park, they did have an actor that looked very much like Barack Obama in the stabbing scene from Julius Caesar, from the Shakespeare play Julius Caesar. So all I'm going to say is credit to them. This is where I will draw the line. Someone's going to disagree with me, and that's fine. That's why we're here. We're not here to fucking agree. If you're here to agree with me, get the fuck out. You should be here to disagree with me. We can align on certain points. We can agree on certain points, but we need to disagree as often as possible so that we can come to a meeting of the minds and find some kind of sanity in this insane world. I just saw yesterday, this is a little off topic, but it ties in. I just saw yesterday, talking about freedom of speech. If you misgender somebody by pronouns, you can be fined up to $250,000 in New York City now. If that's okay, why is it not okay to say, hey, listen, you can't make jokes about killing the president. You can't say, when's the last time an actor killed a president, and say, oh, but I'm not an actor. I'm a professional liar. All right, Johnny Depp, you want to know something? 21 Jump Street sucked. I couldn't stand it when I was a kid. Pirates of the Caribbean was all right. The first one, the rest of them sucked. Secret Window, Secret Garden, John Turturro carried your ass. I'm sick and tired of people that I pay to entertain me telling me that I've got to worship one like a god and wish one dead like the devil. I'm sick of it. I want to be able to have my own ideas. I want you all to have your own ideas. I want to surround myself with people that have different ideas than my own. How else can we grow? I was attacked recently by someone I will not mention. I stood up for myself, damn right. I was very specific about the things they were calling into question and how these pictures of me and all this stuff came about. It wasn't the way, and I'm telling you what, people need to stand up for themselves. I get crazy. I tell jokes. I get carried away and lost in the part. It's part of my fun. It's part of what makes me want to wake up in the morning. But if what makes someone want to wake up in the morning is to denigrate the president of the United States of America and to call out for his assassination, then no. And God bless you, Britisher. I'm working hard on my language. I don't want to call people garbage. I don't want to say fuck them and fuck them up the ass and holy fuck, I hope they fucking die a terrible, painful motherfucking death. I don't want to say those things. I don't want to feel those things. I'm going to take a little time. Finer Print is out to lunch shortly. Do want to stream about this later tonight. Yes, as a matter of fact, the Finer Print, that's what this is all about. We had a terrible flash flood last night. My wife is out trying to get into town to get our groceries. Well, I should say our staples. Most of our groceries are already here. We grow them. But it's hell here, and I've been out digging little ditches, and I sent the Britishers some pictures, most of which I probably won't share with folk here. But I mean, my chicken coops are underwater. It's unreal here today. So let me just finish up this idea. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna fucking end up like these mealy-mouthed pussies that don't know right from wrong, that say if you don't align straight up in a line with what they feel, well, they need to punch a Nazi, huh? Well, go punch Clinton Cox then, you fucking punks. Come on and punch me. Call me a Nazi. Call one of my friends that I won't call out any more names, Clinton. I'm sorry about that. But call out some of these real men. Go up and punch these real men in the face and call them a Nazi. See what you get. See what happens. You won't have a withering flower begging for mercy in front of you. You will have an avenging angel wreaking havoc on your very life. And I want to be very clear. I'm not calling for anyone to do anything violent. I'm saying stand up, folks. To hell with Johnny Depp. I guess he's got a new movie out. I won't be seeing it. If I was in England, I wouldn't be going to no drive-in he was promoting. No way. Matter of fact, Snoop Dogg, I used to love Snoop Dogg, man. I grew up on that shit. He talking about he wanted to shoot down Trump in the face. The list is too long. I never liked Kathy Griffin, but believe me, I won't be and nothing with her. Just like I said about the Muslims, and I haven't seen it yet. If the Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan don't come out and completely poo-poo this heinous terrorist act that took place in Bishop Airport in Burton, Michigan, then I'll be damn son of a bitch. If I ever knew I was doing any business with any Muslim or Arab in Dearborn, Michigan, it would cease. The end. No more. What can we do, folks? For the people that are causing the most trouble right now, the answer is they depend on our purse. They depend on our money to make it. They can't make it without our money. If we don't go to their movies, they don't get a paycheck. If we don't listen to their songs, they don't get a paycheck. If we don't buy their cakes that they won't sell to gay people down in Dearborn, Michigan, they don't get a paycheck. If we don't start calling out the hypocrisy between Christians that get their businesses ruined, their lives ruined, their livelihood taken away from them, their ability to feed their children gone. And yet a Muslim doesn't have to. I said it 50 times. Go watch Steven Crowder trying to buy cakes at Muslim bakeries in Dearborn, Michigan. No, he was pretending to be gay. No, where's the lawsuit? Why are they not shut down? Why does this go on? The better question for that, because we're talking about freedom of speech and just basic freedoms. You don't have the freedom of speech to say, let's kill the president. But you do have the freedom to decide who you want to serve and do not want to serve in your own business. And it's very un-American to say you must serve this human being or you must not serve this human being. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to tell someone what to do? Who the fuck am I? I'm one fart in a hurricane. Listen, folks, I'm going to wrap it up, but I'm just going to ask you to join us again today. Be about 2 hours. I'm going to try to get a hold of the Britisher. We're going to be discussing this Trump thing where they calling Trump a liar because he said, hey, Comey better hope I don't have tapes. And now he says, I didn't have tapes. There's no lie there. He said he better hope I don't have tapes. threw Comey off his game, man. Just and all this, oh, this is going to ruin Trump. How many times have we heard that? Thanks, Going Youper. You two have a great day, brother. God bless you. Thank you so much for helping me with the mic issues. No. It's time to call a spade, folks. They want to impeach our president. They want him done. Holy shit. They want to end him. Thank you, me too. Yeah, I'm just a fart in a hurricane. That's all I am. And you can't smell a fart in a hurricane, can you? Hell, you can't even hear it. Ain't no fun if you can't hear a fart, is it? So listen, once again, the terrible, terrible weather out here, the flood that happened, I got to split right now. I've got to continue my work. When you see me again at 3 o'clock, I should have a nice tie on, a nice suit on. I should have the Britisher here, and we should be talking about this Comey debacle. We should be looking into that. Something like 6 months ago, they found out that Podesta had all of this money from his connections with Russia. All this been swept under the carpet. If anybody has Russian ties, it was Hillary Clinton and her campaign. This is a load of shit. And when it comes out to be a load of shit, that's what it's going to be. Look what Kenneth Starr did with Clinton. And I mean, getting a blowjob, folks, come on. Listen, raise your hand if you don't like Billy Clinton because Slick Willie got a head job from some chubby little intern that was starstruck in the Oval Office. Come on, folks. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. What are you going to tell me? That some little girl's like, oh, come on, man, let me suck your dick, President. God, well, fuck, nobody's looking. Go ahead. I mean, sure, he lied about it, but wouldn't you be embarrassed? And yep, obviously, I'll ramble on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So let me just tell you this, folks. We're going to be covering the Comey thing. We're going to be talking about the Podesta deal. The British and I, even though we're really close mates, we don't line up on this stuff at all. We're like oil and water. We don't mix on a lot of this stuff. We're really good mates. We enjoy each other's company. I really enjoy his company. I can't speak for him. He says he does enjoy mine. But when it comes to this, especially President Trump, we don't line up. Neither one of us like May over there, Theresa May. But with Trump, we just don't line up. So look, folks, tune in 1 hour and 56 minutes, 54 minutes, and we'll be back. We're going to have church. I don't feel that great. I've been working my nuts off. I'll tell you all about the flash flood then, and we're going to have a good time. Until then, remember, folks, be good to your friends. Be good to your family members. Be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, your family member, your loved one has done seems to be so huge you'll never be able to forget about it, people. Because listen to me now. Listen, you've heard this before, but listen this time. At a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, and all you hold dear will depart from you. Hey, Sydney Rub Diamond, man, I was holding that baby up the whole time, honey. I love you, man. Look to see you later.